So this video is directed at day one beginners. So maybe you haven't even signed up at a gym yet, or maybe you have, but you're in the early stages. This is a very important exercise. Bear in mind, however, I am a kickboxer, so in MMA and boxing, this will be different. These routines are best used in a little volume, but every single day over periods of time. And the benefits will be way more than you would expect, despite how uneventful the exercises look. I would say this routine combined with an ab exercise would be the most important thing you could do as a beginner, starting off with striking. First, here's some footage of me getting beat up by one of my old coaches a couple years ago. I want you to notice, and this is a good job on the coach's end here. He's doing a good job exposing this weakness. I want you to notice how when things go wrong for me, it's because my feet are getting close together, I lose my balance, or I have to move backward too much, and I'm not circling to the side and creating angles. I'm moving straight backward, losing my balance, and what I'm losing is my stance. It's where my feet are, is where things are going wrong. So now I'm going to be showing the kind of training I do to attack this problem and how I personally, in my opinion, have improved my stance. So before getting into exercises, I just want to explain that for me, this was a process of going from when I started sparring, I would be the guy in the sparring session that was more hesitant or gun shy, you could say. So I had to kind of go through a process to develop my style. And one of the things that people comment about my style nowadays is mainly my stamina, endurance, and durability. And I want to explain how these exercises, they look uneventful, but they train to things that are important, like stamina and sport-specific stamina. So being in your stance for a long time and bouncing and moving. A lot of guys, when they're bouncing like that, they can only do it for so long and they gas. By the way, this footage here was just from my first fight. Now I've had 3, my third being my first loss. And here's some audio of the commentators from that fight, which is my most recent fight and my first L.
But Miko Younger, what's he made of?
He's definitely, I mean, like I said, we've said it before about these guys that want to actually come here and fight, but he's got something a little bit different too, which is he was hurt, he was tired, and he still had his guard up. He was still throwing legitimate technique.
Being able to stick to a game plan, sticking to a game plan while in danger is the
found himself a little bit more in that round.
Yeah, Younger showing tremendous heart, and as we were discussing, discipline and returning to his guard, even in the face of adversity, even as he's getting basically beat up. He's like, at least I'm doing this, which as a young fighter, a new fighter making your debut, or early on in your career, if you can at least do this, like that's a great that's a great hump to get over.
Yes.
Like even when it's going bad, you are still doing this.
Well, you have.
Now, a lot of coaches will tell you that durability is directly correlated with being in shape, and I do believe that. I believe that you can take a shot better when you're in really good shape. And so I would recommend a lot of neck exercises, but abs every single day, because abs don't really get exhausted if you're taking care of yourself properly. You can do abs every single day. And stance work is a great thing to make just a morning routine, or just slide it in somewhere in your day. It doesn't have to be a ton of volume in one session, but just committing to 7 days a week, no matter what, even if it's 5 minutes, is very valuable with this kind of stuff. So essentially what we're doing is we're wiring the stance into muscle memory, and we're doing it so much so that it would stand up under fire. And that's where the ab work comes in. If you do a lot of abs, obviously in body conditioning, it all kind of works together and complements each other. So I need you to focus and look at my feet. Imagine that there's train tracks on the ground, and I have my left foot on the left side, my right foot on the right side. Obviously, I'm orthodox, so my right foot is slightly back, but that's what I'm imagining, and that no matter where I go, if I move side to side, diagonally, straight forward, back, no matter where I go, I keep my feet on the imaginary train tracks. I'm not just saying that because there was a train behind me when I was training, but That's what I was always told, and I always try to imagine. And whichever way I'm moving, that foot goes first. So forward, my lead foot moves first. Backward, my rear foot moves first. To my right foot moves first. And to my left foot moves first. I like to drag the other foot, but some coaches believe in step and not step drag. But another way of explaining that is opening and closing your stance. So in order to step anywhere, you have to open and close. And so you want to focus on opening first, your stance, and then closing it. So stepping to the left and then dragging your right foot. Stepping to the right and dragging your left foot. So to sum it all up, don't let your heels touch the ground. Stay on the balls of your feet. Don't let your feet get too close together. You're easily fucked up from there. And spend time making your legs tired in your stance every day so that your legs won't get tired in a fight.